Today I'd like to present some words and phrases that have a dualistic or hidden meaning. I may jump around quite a bit, but I'd also like to talk about a couple other things. A reoccurring story found in Freemasonry and in many religions and other faiths and systems. It's the story of a story of a founder who gets killed by three brothers, and then but in the Norse religion, the three brothers are Vile, Ve, and Odin, and they kill Ymir. Other names for the first two are Hoenar and Lor, and the one that they killed in the earlier Norse is Algomir, but those can be correlated to the Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades killing the Titans, or Yabalan, Yabalo, and Yabalam killing Hiram Abiff. Or today the pillars, which in the temple the pillars represent the three killers, and the altar represents Hiram Abiff, and so today the three pillars are called Jenkin, Boaz, and Moabone. But it also in the Norse it was Wheelie, Wee, and Woden, and they killed Bri, I believe. But Hiram Abiff was also known as Osiris, and many other names. We'll get to that. But the whole system is now indoctrinated by the Romans, and the Romans had tribes. That's where the word comes from. Tribe or tribus. There were three Roman tribes: the Latin, Sabir, and Etruscan. There's certain words and phrases come to mind when I mention these secret religions. The word religion, could it be from a root word of Ra and legion? 10,000 of the sun. Owl, O-V-V-L in the old world, or in any other country, W is a double V, and O, V, V, and L are all Greek numbers. Jesus, in the ancient world, they didn't use vowels, and this is why most of the older Masonic handbooks and stuff don't have any vowels because of that reasoning. But Jesus would have been written JSS, and even in the Steven Spielberg movie Crusaders, the Knights of the Last Crusade, he states that I and J were interchangeable. And so if Jesus was wrote JSS, then it would become ISS, or ISIS. The word soul, S-O-U-L, could it be a root word from soul, S-O-L, female sun deity? It comes from the root word sowl, or seal. Sawl, or Saw, comes from saga, perhaps the saga of El, Saw El, that's the root word of soul. And then seal, of course, is a connection between two objects or ideas, the seal. In Hollywood, you'll find the Batman movies and shows, they all have a character called Lucius Fox. Lucius meaning light, and Fox, numerology for 666. Many people look for something called a solution. And the very word solution, sol, is Latin for the sun, ute is meaning sun, and then but solute, solo, solid, something is solid, and then Solomon, sun, om, sun, am, so. All of these words mean things. They all have root meanings. Our language is written by God, I can't talk. Even Freeman, he talks about how Shakespeare, that's a metaphor, or it's an anagram, spear shaker, because the goddess is a spear shaker, and the founders of the English language were, in fact, Shakespeare and Webster. Webster was a 33rd degree Mason. The word Merkaba, Mer is water and Kaba is cube. The religions have something, specifically the Vatican has something called the Holy See. What is a sea? A sea is the ocean. You look out at the sea. Obviously it's called that because there's nothing there and you can see far, a distance. The Holy See. Holy Bible is implying sun book, and then, so Holy See would obviously be holy sun sea, like the vision of the sun. And then of course at the end of the day you have something called sunset, which is Set is the Egyptian god of the night. And then this is why after an argument, or during an argument, you get upset. And then after the argument, you have to settle, the dues, But then, there's words, in the Bible there's, characters, Cain and Abel. Cain is a banker, and Abel is Father El, Saturn. Set, that set is a root word meaning appointed. Then you have something called an obelisk, which is Ab, El, and Os. Saturn, the father is Ab, El is Saturn, and Os is mouth. And in the ancient stories, Saturn ate his 7 children. And then we find something, a phrase that of the rulers that rule us, the hidden 9. Who are these hidden 9? No one seems to know. But if you go back to the geometry and the way of the ancients, the obelisk has 9 sides, and therefore this must. I'm assuming that the obelisk is the hidden 9. The hidden 9 sides of the obelisk, because the obelisk represents Osiris, the acacia tree. Amen. I'm gonna do a part 2.